Welcome to the world where silence speaks in verses and hearts echo louder than words. Tonight, I am not speaking to the world, but only to you, my future wife. This message is wrapped in poetry, in truth, in a question that holds the weight of every dream I've ever dared to have. Are you truly ready for this life beside me? The world sees the crown, the throne, the flash of cameras and royal titles, but do you see the man behind it all? The one who loves with a depth deeper than the ocean, the one who writes poetry not to impress, but to survive. I often wonder if destiny crafted you with my soul in mind. In a palace built of gold, I crave the warmth of your ordinary smile. I do not seek perfection, my queen, only presence. The kind that stands unshaken when storms of the world whisper doubt into our ears. Will you be able to walk with me not just through candlelit gardens, but through corridors shadowed by duty and ancient expectations? Because loving me means facing what the world does not see, what royal protocols cannot predict. You will not just be my wife, you will be the keeper of my secrets, the witness of my weakest hours. You will know me not as Sheikh Hamdan, the crown prince, but as Hamdan, the man who sometimes aches for a quiet moment, a bare touch of comfort. You will see me in silence and in fury, in triumph and in trial. So before you wear the tiara of my love, ask yourself, are you ready to hold the burden and the blessing? My poetry was born from longing for a woman who would hear my heart before my title, who would understand that even a prince can feel lonely in a crowded room. I do not want to be admired from afar. I want to be known deeply, held tightly, and walk through a life that will not always be fair. Are you ready to stand beside a man whose love will lift you but whose life might sometimes weigh heavy? Many dream of a royal life, but few understand its price. You will lose privacy. You will be judged, envied, watched, praised and criticized, all in the same breath. But in the quiet of the night, when I turn toward you with eyes that have seen too much, will you still choose me? Not the prince, not the poet, but the man who writes this now with trembling hope in his chest. My future wife, I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for realness. Will you still hold my hand when my name is being debated by those who do not know me? Will you pray with me when the world grows too loud? Will you write your name next to mine in ink made from loyalty and truth? This life is not for the faint of heart, but neither is the love I offer. I promise you a kind of love that cannot be measured. A love that shields, that nurtures, that protects you from the inside out. I will write you into every poem, and speak your name into every dawn. But I need to know, not just through a smile, but through your soul. Are you prepared to enter this realm where the roses are red, but the thorns are real? Are you ready to fight for us when tradition and turbulence rise? You will be the muse, but also the mirror. You will reflect back to me the man I must become each day. There will be no fake smiles in our story, only sacred truths. And when the royal doors close and the world falls away, it will only be you and me. Will that be enough for you? To have me wholly, endlessly, without artifice or armor? I want you to dream, but I also want you to wake up with me. To walk through the palace as though it is a home, not a museum. To raise our children with values, not vanity. To share laughter louder than public opinion. You will not walk behind me, but beside me, always. But I must know, with every fiber of your being, if you are truly ready for this vow I am whispering through this poem. If your heart hesitates, do not be ashamed. This life is vast, heavy, and lined with shadows. But if your heart says yes, if it beats wildly at the thought of being loved without limits, if your soul craves a connection deeper than the titles we bear, then come to me. Take this ring of verses, wear this promise of fire and tenderness. My love, this is not just a question. This is the beginning of a lifetime. And as I stand before you, not as a prince, but as your future, I place this poem like a proposal at your feet. My future wife, are you really ready for this? For the love that is more than royal, for the love that is real, raw, and forever. And if you are, then let the world watch us write history. Together. Then let this be our beginning, where words meet fate and two souls take hands in a promise not bound by tradition, but by truth. I will carry your fears like fragile petals and place them where my courage lives. I will memorize the language of your silence, understanding your quiet days just as deeply as I celebrate your loud ones. There is no version of this life I want without you in it, not as an image, but as a heartbeat echoing beside mine. I know this love will be tested, but I also know it will endure, because it was written not on scrolls, but in the stars above us. You will never have to compete with the crown for my attention, for I will always come home to your smile before I report to the throne. I want to be the reason your eyes light up, even when the world feels heavy. My every poem is a map to you, and with each verse I write, I step closer to the place you are. When I look at you, I don't see just the woman who completes me. I see the future mother of our legacy, the calm within my chaos, the fire that dances beside mine without burning out. I want the world to know you not just as my queen, but as my reason, my redemption. So let the gates open now, not just to the palace, but to a future built on faith, laughter, and unwavering love. If you take my hand now, I promise, we will rise not as rulers, but as real lovers. We will dance where no one can see, whisper poems into the night air, and find joy in the smallest things, like stolen kisses under royal curtains or soft prayers at dawn. My future wife, you've already been in my heart longer than you know. This moment is only the beginning of the story we were always meant to live. Come, let us begin the forever we were promised in every poem ever born from my soul.